AITA for shoulder charging a concert goer. Some context: I was at a metal show and things were going as per usual. Mosh pits, circle pits and the wall of death. I assume most people here are familiar with these but for those that aren't, Google it. Anyway, there was the usual players, moshers, bystanders and the usual guys that take it just a tad too far, but usually you can just stay out of their way. It's kinda shitty, but you just let them do their things. Except today some guy decided he wanted to be that guy in the pit and crank his that guyness to 11. He was shoving people aside to open up a path to just sprint at random people and shove them in the back into the people in front of them, which pushes them into the people in front of them and so on. He was doing this outside of the active pit, maybe 3-4 meters away from him. He's the guy shoving people out of the pit as hard as he can into people not even in the pit and so on. Again, this isn't anything I couldn't ignore, but quickly I noticed he never did it to me, or the 6'2" guy next to me. It was always the 5'7" rail thin metal head we all know. It was the hardcore girl that was just doing her thing. It was the normal looking 5'10" guy who was out of the pit looking at the stage. I watched him for a bit and saw it was only people much smaller than him and usually people minding their own business. I took notice of it because about 4 or 5 times he would go sailing past me but never seemed to hit me unless he was shoving some poor concert goer into me. Now about me, I'm a hefty guy, 6 feet and 110 kilograms. Not the easiest guy to move in a situation like this. And I know how to throw every kilogram of that weight around in a very literal sense. Also, I spend 8 hours a day moving pallets of dog food at work so I can put some force into my legs. Anyway, I've just had 3 5'4" looking girls hurled into my chest by that guy and I decided enough. I see him performing his usual antics in a circle pit and join in. I wait until he is behind me and I suddenly stop. I bend my knees and position my shoulder and without a second of warning I throw all 110 kilograms of mass right into his chest. Look up shoulder charges on YouTube if you are unfamiliar. Dude went down like a sack of shit. The last place you want to be in circle pit is the ground. I watch him wheeze as his hand is stepped on and someone stumbles over his chest before 2 people grab him and yank him up to his feet. He was winded completely and filtered his way to the back to catch his breath. Honestly, I think I did everyone a service, but my friend called me out after. He said I didn't need to go that far with it. He wasn't knocking people down and probably didn't deserve such a takedown. I tried to explain the way I saw it and how I was teaching him a lesson. He just said that being a cunt to a cunt just means we all have to deal with 2 cunts. Yes, this happened in Australia. So, did I maybe take it too far? Was I the asshole?